Hi guys, welcome to my house. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Dana Lynn Bailey, former Miss 2013 Miss Olympia. I may know a thing or two about dieting. I can diet my face off. So today, however, I am going to give you simple dieting tips for beginners. So this is gonna be the beginner's guide to dieting. I don't really have anything out yet.
Dana Lynn Bailey.
Let's go! Do what I do! Work like I still got something to prove! Let's go! All I do! Work like I still got something to prove!
I haven't even said a line yet. I'm gonna be taking you through my meal prep. You're gonna see what I cook, how much I cook, how I cook it, and then how I prepare all of my meals for the week, how I plan that all out. But first, we're gonna go over some really, really simple tips that you can use in your daily diet. I think dieting for most people seems like the most complicated part of it all. Because when you go online, you're gonna see number one, so many different types of diet, so many different information on like how much protein you should be in, what are your carbs, and this and that, and keto, and this and that. There's too much. So I'm gonna simplify it for you because it's actually not that hard. The first thing is be consistent. What you're eating, how many times a day you're eating, the portion sizes you're eating, the timing of your food that you eat. So come up with a plan, and it needs to be a realistic plan. If you have a very active job and you're not gonna be able to be stopping to eat every 2.5 hours, then you don't do that. Like it has to be something that you can actually do and that's sustainable. Be consistent, figure out a plan for yourself, and then you stick to it. Tip 2 would be to keep it simple and keep it similar. I generally eat the same thing every single day. Now, just because I eat the same thing every single day doesn't mean it tastes bad. I pick things that I like to eat. I make them taste good. I'm not afraid of flavor. Nowhere did it say that diets had to be flavorless and boring. Now, the purpose of eating very similar every single day is if you are tracking your progress and you need to see or reevaluate how it's going. If every meal is like different and every day, like, oh, meal 1 I had eggs and hash browns, and then I had tacos, and then a hamburger, and then some chicken, and the next day I started with something else. Like, if every day looks different, I get it, but you won't know what's working versus what's not working. My protein choices, my carb choices, and my vegetables are the ones that like kind of vary the most, and I stick to it. So when I get to like the following week and I need to reevaluate, I can see like, okay, all my meals are basically the same. They have the same amount of protein, they have the same amount of carbs, and they have the same amount of veggies. So if I need to switch anything, I just switch little things, like maybe instead of a cup of carbs, I knock it down to half a cup of carbs. Keep it simple, keep it similar. It will save you time and help you reevaluate. Third tip, and super fundamental tip, is just make good choices. Simple little choices can make a huge difference, like choosing water over soda, or grilled over fried, whole food over processed. It's making those simple choices, especially when you're traveling or you're eating out at a restaurant. You'll be able to look down the menu and there'll be key terms like grilled, fresh. Be able to know the difference. Don't drink your calories. Choose water over alcohol, over soda, over sports drink. Use that little noggin up there. You know what's good versus bad. And it's when you have that little evil guy and the good guy, listen to the good guy. He knows what's best, and he's gonna make the better choices for you. Where's my teleprompter? Did you forget it? Oh my God. All right, last but not least is be prepared, or prepared to fail. I am going to show you what I do to prepare for my week. So if I go to work and I don't have enough food, this is gonna take out the option to make bad choices. Because a lot of times when you get hangry, and you all know what hangry is. When you're hangry, you're gonna go to the fastest thing. So we wanna limit the hangriness and always have a good supply of food with us. So if you're gonna be away for 8 hours, I have 3 meals with me so that I don't have to worry about getting hangry and making bad choices. So today I'm going to show you what I generally cook almost every single week for my meal prep. I have 2 different proteins. We're doing 1 carb because I literally don't eat anything else. 1 carb, if you need to, make 2, they're very easy. And then I'm gonna do 2 different styles of vegetables. All of it is gonna actually taste amazing because again, never once did I ever say, or did anyone ever say, that dieting had to be boring and that it had to taste bad. Another little tip is learn how to cook a little bit. I am actually not a bad cook, but I know some basics like onions do go a long way, don't they, Jake? He loves onions. But learning how to cook and make things taste good is gonna help you stick to this. Don't choose foods that you don't like to eat. Choose foods that you enjoy to eat and then make them well. All right, so we're gonna start off with my veggies first. So my veggies of choice are, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, I don't know if we could be friends. And then the other one is just honestly like a mixture of all sorts of, like, we're doing peppers, broccoli, onions on everything. Literally, onions are going on everything. If you don't like onions, also, I question our friendship. So we're gonna be baking it in the oven or roasting them. So just get a nice flat sheet. I don't know if you actually have to use this. This just cuts down on my cleaning time. Tip. I like spray just because it limits the amount of oil I'm using, because if I'm using like a big thing of oil and like mushing them around, I generally will probably use a lot more. I'm already seasoned these guys. On top is just salt, pepper, and garlic. And then I turn them over because I like this side nice and brown and crispy. We're also gonna add some onions because onions are the best. All right, and then over here, we're just gonna do some broccoli. I kind of make them a little bit smaller so they like cook nicer. We're gonna do some peppers and some more onions, obviously. So that it browns up nice. These are already kind of, we'll just do a little extra so it browns up. We're gonna go salt all over, pepper. And then I usually just do like something like flavored. This is from Icon. They have some good flavors. I don't ever take salt out of my diet. Salt is necessary for human body function. So don't be scared of adding some salt. You just don't want a salt load. Then I'm going to take these guys. I set it to 400. And then they both should be done in about 25 minutes. Obviously, I probably would check it around 20, but we're gonna, it always takes 25, so what am I saying? They should be nice and brown and crispy on the outside and underneath. And same with the broccoli should be nice and brown, but then when you eat it, it's nice and soft. So we'll set it and forget it. Here's the other thing we're gonna set and forget. My rice. I generally don't eat anything but rice. This is another simple thing to make, especially in large bulk modes. Get yourself a rice maker and then you go. Watch it. It's very, this is so hard. This is an integral part. Put a little salt in the water. I put a little cilantro. So we got some cilantro jasmine rice. Power, white rice. Set it and forget it. Here's the other thing I set and forget. So this is how I make bulk chicken. I wish you guys could like smell this right now. So you just take your bulk chicken from the grocery store, cut all the fat out, throw it in there. Sometimes I'll add like vegetable broth, but this time I just added a little bit of water, a little bit of oil, Frank's Red Hot, we'll drizzle that on, Tennessee whiskey, and then again, a little salt, little pepper, and onions. Everything has onions. You'll know it's done that you can like mash it up, and that's how you make the best chicken. So this is what I made a couple days ago. Just some like really good shredded chicken. You could cook this overnight, hit 10 hours, do like a slow cooked chicken, but I actually just put this in this morning. I did 4 hours on high, and then it just literally, it just shreds up. I love shredded chicken, is the best, and it's gonna be so juicy, and it has tons and tons of flavor. I think this is the best, easiest way to prepare really good chicken that's not dried out, because if you cook it in the oven, I feel like it's so easy to dry out. I even would do this over grilled chicken. It's just, like, you can already tell it's gonna be like so good. We're gonna do some wok shrimp. Wok shrimp. So my last protein is just shrimp. So easy. I obviously get the pre-cooked ones. The only thing I do is thaw them out, and I just take the tail off. Again, onions on everything. Onions on everything. Pepper also on everything. Pepper on everything. We're just gonna stick to the Tennessee whiskey today. So, bloop, 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 bloop. Well, you don't want to set this one and forget it. Don't set it and forget it. Maybe set a timer, and then when it goes off, then you remember. No. So this I just cook for a little bit until everything's a little brown and crispy. And it's good to go. And those are generally my meals. Once everything's done, I'm gonna package it all out for a day. All right, so starting with my carbohydrates, we're doing half a cup because I'm dieting. Now, normally I do about a cup of carbs per meal, but I'm dieting down a little bit, so we cut it down to half. Next up, I'll probably do protein. So I generally keep mine between 4 and 5 ounces. An easy way to start learning how to kind of get away from the scale is actually learning what 4 keep you full, but they're very low in calories and they're good for you. So if you're ever like super hungry, always you can always add a couple extra vegetables to your plate. It's not gonna add a whole lot of calories. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below so you never miss another video.